Welcome back to my channel. This is Bits and Pieces with Sassy. So, there are many people in the world that don't know how to deal with anger. And so today I want to talk about how to deal with anger God's way. Because God's way is the only way and the best way. Stick around if you want to know more on how to deal with anger God's way. Psalms 103 verse 8. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. Anger is an emotion that can cause a lot of harm and get people into a lot of trouble. God experiences anger, and his wrath and anger are talked about in the Bible. Now I want to show you how to deal with anger God's way. Now I wrote down some things that I want to point out to you. Anger is like any other emotion, and you know all the other emotions. It has the potential to be utilized for good or for evil. A person can experience rage and sin in the same manner that he or she might experience happiness or grief and make a wrong judgment. And oh Lord, many of us know what wrong judgment can do to us in the future, right? The issue with anger, when anger arises, when it is not dealt with in a healthy manner, or when it leads to immoral acts and behavior, that's when it's really, really bad. When the degree of your anger begins to interfere with your relationships, your friendships, and when I say relationships, I mean with your spouse, with your family, with your friends, with the church, and with the Lord, which is most important. It's important to look for healthy ways to deal with the way you respond to anger. It is your reaction that must be controlled. Now, many of us can't really manage our anger. Sometimes it's best to go cry it out somewhere, lock yourself in a room, cry, or just stay silent. Yes, it might sound hard, but sometimes that's the best thing to do. Now, how would you deal with anger God's way? I have three things that can work, and I know it will work. So if you have identified that you have anger issues, how to deal with it in God's way, this is how I'm going to tell you. First, restrain it. Restrain it. You have to learn to restrain, what I would say, restrain it by, as I was saying it before, if you don't know how to handle it, run to your room and close the door. Run and close the door and go cry. Put the pillow over your head and bawl it out. Let out all that anger that can get that can get you into trouble. That trouble thing ain't good enough. That trouble thing ain't good. Proverbs 29 verse 11 says, a fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards. So you see, stay silent. That's what I was talking about. Stay silent. You don't have to go about venting and saying stuff, because whatever you let out, you can't take it back. And that's how anger is. It makes you just say things that hurt people, because when you're angry, all you want to do is hurt people, and it's not good. It's really, really not good. I've experienced it. I've seen it happen And so I know what it can do. Secondly, reevaluate it. Reevaluate it. I mean, James 1 verse 19 says, Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Come back to that silent thing, slow to speak. Sometimes when you say we all, including myself, we just need to shut up. Just shut up. Everyone should be very, very quick to listen. Yes, and you must be slow to become angry. I know it's hard. Take it from me. I know it's hard. Because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. God's way of dealing with anger is to be slow to anger. No speed limit. We don't need the speed in this. I mean, yes, you want to let off things off your chest and you want to let off things off your shoulder, especially if it's something that was building up and building up and building up and you just want to let it out. But stay silent. Go somewhere to relax and rest your mind. Find the thing that makes it soothing for you and go do that. Listen to some music, calm yourself down. And the third thing, this one may sound strange after restraining it or evaluating it, but the third one, you're gonna be so surprised. You're gonna be surprised about this one. The third one is release it. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? How are you gonna release something that you're supposed to restrain? You understand? But Colossians 3 verse 8 says, But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. And anger, that is where filthy communication comes in. Because when you're angry, you just say what you want to say. You just start the things them, don't it? Yes. But you can learn to vent in a safe way, possibly complaining to an innocent third party that has nothing to do with any of you, where no one is harmed, and then release it. You get rid of it from your body, your heart, and your mind. After doing all of that, you're gonna feel better, and that is the best way to release it. So remember, when I say release it, that it means God ever thought the things the man do you want to do. Find that third party that is innocent, that has nothing to do with it, and just vent. Just tell them how you feel calmly. So this is how we deal with anger God's way. This is Bits and Pieces with Sassy. Remember, this is Sasanya. Guess what? Click that subscription button. There is a lot more to come. Like, share, comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that your girl Sassy over here is here inspiring people. Remember, we want to go viral. Have yourself a terrific Thursday. Bye.